What did she feel specifically you should have done that you did not do?
She felt that as much as I defended her, I didn't defend her enough. It was a forerunner of what would happen later with Elizabeth. And however...
Wasn't there an ugly moment in the dressing room?
There was
with
an
the two
ugly
of you?
moment in the dressing room.
Yeah.
With Rosie.
Yes, yeah.
It was perhaps emotionally her worst day. Okay? I really would like to leave it at that, because I did not even write about it. It was Rosie when she had a lot of rage. Now, this is going to sound silly to say, but I have always loved Rosie. I understand where the rage comes from. She is such a talent. She is such a warm-hearted, truly loving and lovable person. There is this other side.
I remember I had read this in your book. That's why I asked her that question.
Yeah.
Because the way you had described the moment in the book. Let me just read this from Celebrity Detox. And then Barbara got up from sitting because she was getting her hair washed. You're in the makeup room.
First day I saw her after a 2-week vacation, the Trump thing had happened, and I had tried to contact her many times, and she never responded.
Okay.
So this is the first day back at work, and I was seeing her.
Okay, so let me do this. Then Barbara got up from sitting because she was getting her hair washed, walked over with a towel on her head.
Yeah.
She put her arms around me from behind. She didn't look at me. She looked at my reflection in the mirror, because you all are in the makeup room. See?
Right.
And my reflection in the mirror looked at her reflection in the mirror. So we're not facing each other. So reflections are talking to reflections. Okay? And you stood up. You say, I stood up. I tell people I love. I've always told people, if you ever are in a fight with me and I stand up, leave the room.
Or hang up the phone.
Yes. Not because I'm going to hit you. I've never hit a person. I've never worried that I would. But if I stand up, that's a sign that the rage is too big for my body. I have to move to readjust the rage and the pressure of the past. So what happened?
I stood up. You know, I went there and I remember Kelly saying to me, Ro, you gotta, breathe through it. She's a 78-year-old woman. You really have to get your, and I just, of course, hurt feelings. I had hurt feelings. I'm like, wow. Now, mind you, she shouldn't have to take on every single comment and ruin her social life.
Yeah.
So I turned up and looked at her. And I said, I said a lot of things that hurt her feelings. And you know what's really, really regretful for me is that I think I scared her. And I do love her. And I do have reverence for her. But I did scare her that day. Because, I'm 200 pounds. When I stand up and I go right in your face and say, what is wrong with you? Do you not have a human heart? Do you not, it's crazy. And
yeah, it was a bad scene.
Words are weapons for me.
Do you regret that moment?
Yes, I do. I regret that moment mostly because I think no one has spoken to her like that in decades.
Yeah. Or probably ever.
Maybe ever.
Ever.
She's been, a little bit like the Queen. When I saw the movie The Queen, I thought about Barbara a lot. I really did. Not in just because the Queen has to sort of go through the world. She talks to world leaders. Barbara
but for me, she is the Queen.
Right.
Yeah, she is and was, and that's how I ended up in television, and so she is the Queen.
And
so,
I was demanding from her an emotional connection that I don't think she was capable or willing to give to me, that it maybe was not my right to ask for.